Stoicism, one of the world's oldest and most influential philosophies, offers a set of profoundly practical teachings that can be directly applied to modern life, especially in treating anxiety. We live in an era where pressures and uncertainties are constant, and anxiety has become a common response to everyday challenges. However, Stoicism teaches us that by changing how we perceive and react to these challenges, we can significantly reduce the impact of anxiety in our lives. Over the centuries, Stoics have developed practices and principles that help us cultivate a more resilient and serene mind, regardless of external circumstances. At the heart of these practices is the idea that, although we cannot control the world around us, we have complete dominion over our reactions and thoughts. This shift in focus from the external to the internal provides a powerful tool for facing anxiety. Stoicism is not merely an abstract philosophy, but a practical guide for life. Its teachings on controlling thoughts, accepting fate, and the importance of living in the present offer a clear path for dealing with modern anxieties. By adopting a Stoic perspective, we can learn to view life's challenges more objectively, without being overwhelmed by excessive fears and worries. Today, we will explore how Stoic principles can be applied to manage anxiety, providing a solid foundation for a more balanced, peaceful life in harmony with the reality around us. As a practical philosophy, Stoicism offers valuable tools for managing anxiety by focusing on what is within our control and accepting what is beyond our control. Here are specific aspects of Stoicism that can help treat anxiety. Exercise 1. The dichotomy of control. One of the most important principles of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control, which teaches us to clearly distinguish between what is within our control and what is not. Epictetus, one of the great Stoic masters, emphasized that our serenity depends on focusing our energy only on areas where we have real power, our own actions, thoughts, and reactions. This practice requires continuous introspection and a conscious acceptance that many things in life, such as others' opinions, external events, and unexpected circumstances, are beyond our reach. By internalizing this distinction, we free ourselves from the burden of constant worry about immutable and uncontrollable factors. For example, instead of stressing about the possibility of losing a job due to economic factors outside your control, the Stoic focuses on improving their skills and maintaining a proactive attitude towards opportunities. This redirection of focus has a direct and profound impact on reducing anxiety. When we stop trying to control the uncontrollable, we eliminate a significant source of stress and cultivate a calmer and more balanced mind. The dichotomy of control, therefore, is not just a philosophical strategy, but a practical tool for living with less anxiety and more mental clarity. To incorporate the principle of the dichotomy of control into daily life, you can follow a series of practical exercises that will help you internalize this Stoic approach and significantly reduce anxiety. Here are some daily exercises. 1. Control journal. At the end of each day, take 10 to 15 minutes to write in a journal. Divide a page in half. In one column, list the events or situations you faced that were outside your control, e.g., coworkers' behavior, weather changes, political decisions. In the other column, write how you responded to these situations and what was within your control, such as your reactions, attitudes, or words. Objective. This exercise helps reinforce awareness of what is and isn't under your control, fostering a sense of acceptance and serenity regarding what you cannot change. 2. Morning acceptance meditation. Upon waking, dedicate 5 to 10 minutes to a focused meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and breathe deeply. Visualize your day and identify possible situations that might arise, such as delays, criticisms, or unforeseen events. For each scenario, tell yourself, "This may happen, but it is not within my control. I accept this and choose to focus on what I can do." Objective. This exercise prepares your mind for the day, helping you respond calmly and rationally to adversities. 3. Conscious response practice. During the day, when you encounter a stressful situation or one that triggers anxiety, take a pause. Breathe deeply 3 times and ask yourself, what in this situation is within my control? And how can I act in a way that I feel good about afterward? Then, respond to the situation based on what you can control, ignoring what is beyond your reach. Objective. This practice encourages deliberate responses rather than automatic reactions, increasing your sense of control and reducing anxiety. 4. Evening retrospective analysis. Before going to bed, review your day. Ask yourself if there were moments when you worried or stressed about something outside of your control. Reflect on how you could have handled those situations differently, focusing more on what was within your control. Note down lessons learned to apply in the future. Objective. This exercise promotes continuous learning and personal improvement, strengthening your ability to apply the dichotomy of control. 5 to 30-day challenge. Control versus no control. For 30 days, commit to identifying at least one situation each day where you correctly applied the dichotomy of control. Record it in a journal or notes app, detailing the situation, your reaction, and what was under your control. Objective. This challenge creates a strong habit of discerning between what you can and cannot control, making this practice a natural part of your daily thought process. 6. Daily philosophical reflection. Choose a Stoic quote or teaching about control and reflection. For instance, you might select, "It is not the things themselves that disturb us, but our opinions about them," Epictetus. Reflect on this phrase throughout the day and observe how it applies to the situations you encounter. Objective. Continuous reflection on Stoic teachings reinforces their practical application, helping you maintain a balanced and centered perspective. 7. The practice of letting go. When you feel yourself clinging to a worry or frustration about something you cannot control, visualize yourself literally letting go of that worry. Imagine it as a balloon floating up to the sky or a leaf drifting down a river. Say to yourself, "I release this, as it is beyond my control." Objective. This symbolic practice helps to mentally and emotionally detach from unnecessary worries, alleviating the burden of anxiety. 8. Track your progress. Use a journal or app to track your progress with a division of control. Record instances where you successfully applied the principle and those where you faced challenges. Observe patterns and use this information to improve. Objective. Regular tracking promotes self-awareness and continuous development, making it easier to internalize the division of control as a daily habit. Exercise 2. Meditatio malorum. Preparing the mind for adversities. The practice of meditatio malorum, or meditation on evils, is one of the most powerful tools in Stoicism for strengthening emotional resilience and reducing anxiety. This exercise involves mentally anticipating possible difficulties, losses, and adversities that may arise in our lives. While it may seem like a pessimistic practice at first glance, meditatio malorum is actually a way to prepare the mind to accept and face challenges with calm and courage. How meditatio malorum works. Meditatio malorum is not about fixating on negative thoughts, but rather creating a pre-visualization of difficult scenarios that could occur. By mentally confronting what might go wrong, we develop the ability to respond more rationally and controlled when facing real difficulties. Additionally, by becoming accustomed to the idea that adversities are a part of life, we reduce the emotional impact these events may cause, minimizing anticipatory anxiety. Daily exercises to practice meditatio malorum. 1. Morning forecast meditation. Upon waking, before starting your day, sit in a quiet place and take a few deep breaths. Close your eyes and begin to visualize your day, anticipating potential challenges or problems that may arise. Consider scenarios like a delay at work, a disagreement with a colleague, or a technical issue that might disrupt your project. Visualize these scenarios realistically, but in a controlled manner, without letting anxiety take over. Objective. This exercise prepares your mind to accept that unexpected events and difficulties are part of daily life. By anticipating them, you will be less likely to react impulsively or emotionally when they actually occur. 2. Nightly reflection on day's challenges. Before going to bed, review your day. Identify moments when things did not go as planned. Ask yourself, could I have anticipated this in the morning? And how could I have handled this situation better if I had been mentally prepared? Objective. This reflection helps build the skill of forecasting potential challenges in the future, making the practice of meditatio malorum more effective over time. 3. Weekly visualization of major adversities. Once a week, dedicate 20 to 30 minutes to meditate on potential major adversities that could occur in your life in the long term. Think of situations like losing a job, health issues, or facing a major financial crisis. Imagine how these situations might unfold and, more importantly, how you could face them with serenity and resilience. Objective. This exercise strengthens your ability to face major crises with calm and rationality, reducing fear of the unknown and anxiety related to future events. 4. Acceptance practice during small daily discomforts. Throughout the day, when encountering small inconveniences such as a long line, a transportation delay, or a technology failure, use these moments to practice meditatio malorum. Say to yourself, I knew something like this might happen, and I am prepared to handle it calmly. Objective. This exercise turns small annoyances into practice opportunities, reinforcing acceptance and emotional resilience. 5. Writing exercise. Negative scenarios and positive responses. Set aside 10 minutes each day to write about potential negative scenarios in a journal. For instance, describe how you would feel if you lost a major client at work or had a disagreement with a close friend. After outlining the scenario, write about how you could respond positively and in control, focusing on solutions and maintaining calm. Objective. This exercise not only prepares your mind to face adversities, but also trains your ability to find constructive responses to challenging situations. 6. Acceptance meditation. Combine meditatio malorum with the practice of acceptance. After visualizing a negative scenario, say to yourself, "This might happen, and I am prepared to accept and deal with it as best as possible." Take a deep breath and let go of any associated anxiety or fear. Objective. Acceptance meditation complements meditatio malorum, helping to internalize the idea that while adversities may occur, you have the capability to face them effectively. Regular practice of meditatio malorum is a powerful way to build emotional resilience and reduce anxiety in the face of life's uncertainties. By mentally preparing for challenges, we develop a more tranquil and rational attitude, allowing us to face difficulties with confidence and clarity. Over time, this practice will become an integral part of your routine, helping you live in accordance with Stoic principles and approach life with a calm and prepared mind. Exercise 3. Reflection on impermanence. Reflection on impermanence is one of the fundamental pillars of Stoicism, deeply explored by Marcus Aurelius in his Meditations. He teaches us to recognize the transience of all things, from difficult situations to moments of joy and success. By internalizing the idea that everything in life is temporary, we can cultivate a more balanced and resilient perspective, helping us face anxiety with greater serenity. The concept of impermanence in Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the fleeting nature of life and the inevitability of change. He believed that recognizing this truth was essential for living in harmony with nature and for cultivating a tranquil mind. By accepting that both difficulties and joys are ephemeral, we are better able to handle challenges and appreciate moments of happiness without excessive attachment. This acceptance of impermanence is not a fatalistic view, but rather a way to free ourselves from the fear of the unknown and the anxiety that arises from trying to control the uncontrollable. When we understand that nothing is permanent, we learn to value the present and face adversities with greater ease. Examples of daily exercises to practice reflection on impermanence. 1. Morning meditation on impermanence. Upon waking, before starting your day, sit in a quiet place and close your eyes. Breathe deeply and focus on your breath. Bring to mind the idea that everything you experience today, whether challenges or pleasant moments, is temporary. Say to yourself, "This day is unique and transient. The experiences I have today, whether good or bad, will also pass." Objective. This exercise prepares your mind to face the day with a balanced perspective, reminding you that nothing lasts forever. This helps reduce anxiety when dealing with difficult situations, as you know they will also pass. 2. Nightly reflection on the past day. Before going to bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day. Ask yourself, which moments today were difficult? And which moments were pleasant? Now, acknowledge that these moments have passed and that tomorrow will bring new experiences. Say to yourself, "Today was temporary, and I am grateful for all the experiences, as they taught me something, but now they are gone." Objective. This exercise helps strengthen acceptance of impermanence and release any attachment or resentment regarding the day's events. 3. Timeline visualization. Once a week, visualize your life as a timeline. Imagine past events, such as challenges you have overcome or happy moments you have experienced. See how all these moments, both good and bad, have passed. Now visualize future events and remember that, even if they seem significant now, they will also be just a temporary part of your journey. Objective. This exercise reinforces the idea that both the past and the future are temporary, helping reduce anxiety about what is to come and appreciate the present. 4. Change acceptance exercise. Throughout the day, whenever you notice a change, whether it's a shift in the weather, a new unexpected task, or even a change in mood, pause for a moment and recognize, this too is temporary. Accept the change rather than resisting it, and observe how this acceptance reduces anxiety. Objective. Practicing acceptance of everyday changes reinforces understanding of impermanence and promotes a more flexible and adaptable mind. 5. Meditation on the transience of emotions. When experiencing an intense emotion, such as anxiety, anger, or joy, close your eyes and breathe deeply. Bring to mind the idea that this emotion is temporary. Say to yourself, "This emotion is like a wave. It has arisen, but it will soon dissipate." Observe the emotion without clinging to it, allowing it to flow naturally. Objective: this exercise helps prevent emotions from dominating your mental state, promoting a sense of calm and balance. 6. Gratitude practice for impermanence. Set aside a moment each day to practice gratitude by recognizing impermanence. Think of something positive that happened and be grateful for having experienced it, even knowing it was temporary. Similarly, acknowledge a difficulty and be grateful that it has passed. Objective: this practice helps to create a healthier and more grateful perspective on life, valuing experiences while accepting their transient nature. Reflection on impermanence is a powerful practice that can transform the way we approach life. By recognizing that everything is temporary, we can free ourselves from excessive attachment, anticipatory anxiety, and fear of the unknown. This understanding allows us to live more fully and presently, appreciating each moment without clinging to it and facing challenges with serenity. Incorporating these daily exercises into your routine can help you internalize Stoic wisdom and find a deeper balance in your life. Exercise 4. Detachment from results. Stoics, particularly figures like Epictetus and Seneca, teach us the importance of focusing on our actions and virtues rather than clinging to the results of our efforts. This principle is deeply rooted in the idea that the only aspect truly under our control is how we act and react, while the final outcomes depend on a myriad of external factors. When we become overly focused on the results, whether success or failure, we tend to experience intense internal pressure and debilitating anxiety. By practicing detachment from results, we learn to value sincere effort and ethical intention, which in turn reduces stress and promotes greater mental tranquility. How detachment from results works. Detachment from results does not imply a lack of ambition or interest in achieving goals. Instead, it is a practice that helps us realign our focus. Rather than being consumed by worry about what might happen, we concentrate our energy on performing our tasks as best as possible. By doing so, we eliminate the anxiety generated by expectations and unfounded fears, and learn to trust that, regardless of the outcome, the true value lies in our actions and the character we build along the way. Examples of daily exercises to practice detachment from results. 1. Morning intention. Setting virtue as the goal. Upon waking, take a few minutes to reflect on the activities and challenges of the day ahead. Instead of focusing on the results you want to achieve, such as completing a project or gaining recognition, make a mental commitment to act with virtue and integrity in all situations. Say to yourself, "Today, I will focus on being honest, diligent, and patient in everything I do." Objective. This exercise helps to develop a mindset focused on the quality of your actions and the practice of virtues, rather than worrying about what may or may not happen. 2. Action without attachment. Task with purpose. During the day, when performing an important task, such as a work presentation or an exam, remember that your value does not lie in the final result, but in the genuine effort and attention you put into your execution. Before starting, take a deep breath and mentally affirm that, regardless of the outcome, you are doing your best. Objective. This exercise promotes the idea that what truly matters is the process and dedication you bring to the task, not the final result, helping to relieve pressure and anxiety associated with performance. 3. Nightly reflection. Evaluating efforts, not results. Before going to bed, review your day, focusing on the actions you took. Instead of concentrating on what went right or wrong, assess how you acted. Were you honest, diligent, and patient? Write in a journal about your attitude and behavior, highlighting moments when you maintained focus on effort and virtue. Objective. This exercise reinforces the practice of valuing the process over the results, helping to build an attitude of acceptance and contentment with what is under your control. 4. Writing exercise. Detachment from expectations. Spend 10 minutes a day writing about a situation where you feel particularly anxious about the outcome, such as a job interview or an important decision. After describing the situation, make a conscious effort to detach from the result by writing about how you can focus on doing your best, regardless of what happens. Objective. This exercise helps internalize the idea that true value lies in effort and intention, not in the result, thereby reducing anxiety related to an uncertain future. 5. Detachment meditation. Focusing on presence. Find a quiet place and sit comfortably. Close your eyes and focus on your breath. As you calm down, begin to visualize a goal or task you have ahead. Now imagine yourself putting all your focus and energy into performing this task, but without any concern for the final outcome. Focus solely on being present and acting with virtue. Objective: this exercise trains your mind to focus on the present moment and the quality of your actions, promoting a mindset of detachment from results, which helps to reduce anxiety. 6. Visualization of possible outcomes, acceptance and peace. Before starting an important task, visualize all possible outcomes, including the least desired ones. After visualizing each scenario, say to yourself, "I am prepared to accept any outcome with calmness, knowing that I did my best." This mental acceptance reduces anxiety by removing fear of the unknown and attachment to a single outcome. Objective: this exercise helps internalize the acceptance that the result does not define your value or effort, promoting a more balanced and less anxious attitude toward life's uncertainties. Practicing detachment from results is a powerful path to emotional freedom and inner peace. By focusing on what is within our control, our actions, virtues, and intentions, and letting go of anxiety about what may or may not happen, we develop a mental resilience that allows us to navigate life's challenges with serenity and clarity. Over time, this practice will become a natural part of your daily routine, helping you live according to Stoic principles, cultivating a life of tranquility and purpose. Exercise 5. Self-control and moderation. In Stoicism, self-control and moderation are central virtues that contribute to a balanced and harmonious life. Stoics believe that by controlling our impulses and desires, we can avoid impulsive and reactive behaviors that often lead to anxiety and regret. Regular practice of these virtues not only strengthens the mind, making it more resilient to external pressures, but also promotes a calmer and more rational response to challenging situations. The meaning of self-control and moderation in Stoicism. For Stoics, self-control means the ability to master one's desires and emotions, acting according to reason rather than momentary impulses. Moderation, on the other hand, refers to the ability to maintain balance in all aspects of life, avoiding excesses that can disrupt the mind and body. When these virtues are cultivated, a person becomes more centered, less prone to being swayed by external situations, and more capable of maintaining inner peace even amidst chaos. How self-control and moderation reduce anxiety. Anxiety often arises when we are driven by uncontrollable desires or act impulsively without considering the consequences. Self-control allows us to pause and reflect before acting, while moderation helps us avoid excesses that can cause stress and anxiety. By practicing these virtues daily, we strengthen our mind, creating an internal space of serenity that is not easily shaken by external circumstances. Examples of daily exercises to practice self-control and moderation. 1. Deliberate pauses, breathing exercise before reacting. Before responding to a situation that triggers strong emotions, such as anger or frustration, take a deliberate pause. Breathe deeply 3 times, inhaling through your nose and exhaling slowly through your mouth. As you do this, focus on calming your mind and bringing reason into control of the situation. Ask yourself, how can I respond in a balanced and controlled manner? Objective: this exercise helps to build the habit of reflecting before acting, promoting a calmer and more measured response rather than an impulsive reaction. 2. Abstinence windows. Moderation exercise. Choose a behavior or habit you wish to moderate, such as eating sweets, using social media, or making impulse purchases. Establish abstinence windows throughout the day, periods during which you completely refrain from that behavior. For example, decide not to check social media for 1 hour after waking up or not to consume sweets after dinner. Use this time to reflect on why you want to moderate this behavior and how it impacts your life. Objective: this exercise develops discipline and self-control, teaching you to appreciate moderation and understand how controlling desires can enhance your sense of well-being and tranquility. 3. Impulse meditation, recognizing and controlling desires. Dedicate 10 minutes daily to meditate on your impulses and desires. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and begin breathing slowly. As thoughts arise, identify which impulses or desires frequently divert you from moderation, such as the desire to overeat, procrastinate, or make impulse purchases. Acknowledge these desires without judging them, but visualize yourself resisting them and opting for a moderate and controlled action. Objective: this exercise helps to increase awareness of your impulses, allowing you to control them more easily in daily situations. 4. Nightly reflection, daily evaluation of moderation. Before going to bed, take a few minutes to reflect on your day and how you practice self-control and moderation. Write in a journal about the situations where you encountered strong impulses and how you responded to them. Ask yourself, did I act with moderation? How can I improve tomorrow? This is a moment of self-compassion, where you recognize both your successes and areas that need more work. Objective: daily reflection helps to solidify self-control and moderation as habits, reinforcing your ability to resist impulses and act in a balanced manner. Practicing self-control and moderation is essential for cultivating a calm and resilient mind, capable of facing life's challenges without being overwhelmed by anxiety. These daily exercises help develop the discipline necessary to act according to reason, avoiding impulsive reactions and excesses that can cause stress and restlessness. Over time, these practices will become an integral part of your routine, allowing you to live according to Stoic principles, with serenity, balance, and a deep sense of inner peace. As we conclude this video, it's important to reflect on how practicing self-control and moderation can profoundly transform our lives. By implementing these daily exercises, we are not only seeking greater inner balance but also building a solid foundation to face challenges with serenity and clarity. Implementing these practices of self-control and moderation is not just a way to reduce anxiety, but a continuous journey toward becoming the best version of yourself. As you integrate these habits into your routine, you will notice a gradual yet significant transformation in your ability to face life's challenges with a more balanced and serene mindset. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that while we cannot control all aspects of life, we can control our responses and attitudes. By mastering self-control and moderation, you are, in fact, embracing a more conscious and authentic life. If you found value in these practices and are ready to experience a more balanced and peaceful life, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and activate notifications to receive more inspiring content on Stoicism and other personal development practices. Leave a comment below about which exercise you are most excited to try and share your experiences with these practices. Your interaction is crucial for us to continue producing videos that help transform lives. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, keep practicing self-control and moderation, and remember that each small step toward greater inner balance is a significant advance.